Hey guys, welcome back. WantClue here. I'm super excited to tell you everything about the new update for your Node X series. The Node X Ultra, the Gamma, the Node QX Plus, and the Plus Plus. There are some minor updates and we want to talk about them today. So let's get started and right into it. So as always, we are back again on GitHub and let's quickly take a look on what the summary is and what the actual changes for this update is and why you should consider updating to the latest version of it. So the first things first, here the summary. This release delivers several stability improvements and important fixes. The I2C bus speed has been reduced to better handle weak pull-ups on the Node X. Improved error handling on the new I2C lock during OTA update addresses an issue that previously led to random communication errors, panics, and resets. In response to user reports of Wi-Fi problems, the ESP IDS has been rolled back from the version 5.5 to 5.3 for improved reliability. So this section primarily handles or tells you, well, there were a couple of issues when it comes to how these tiny components on the board actually do talk to each other. So if you take a look on the board itself, and we do see there are traces going around, there are tiny components, they communicate with each other, some of them, not all of them. There were a couple of issues that has been reported, and by reducing the speed of how quick they talk to each other, this can be handled and can be fixed. Therefore, this is in this fix, especially also when you do want to write new updates to your device. There was something happening that sometimes it errors out or it panics and resets for whatever reason. This was caused by this kind of issue, and therefore it is also needed to do that. And also a couple of people reported that the version 5.5 when it comes to the Wi-Fi is not as reliable as the version 5.3, and therefore he rolled back on the version 5.3 on this release. On the user interface side, the block found overlay logic has been corrected, so it always appears when a block is found. A new ASIC endpoint has also been introduced and is now used on both the settings and the swarm pages. This is fantastic news and lovely to read. If you have never seen the block found screen on your Node X series, it doesn't matter if you use the Node X Ultra, the Gamma, or a Node QX or whatsoever, or an Oct X, or whatever of these devices are out there. If you do find a block, it will show you that on the screen. And there was an issue with that it would show you that you have found a block, but something was then glitching out, and he has fixed that. So this is really lovely, as well as that he added the /ASIC endpoint, which is a new endpoint that we introduced in the Bitaxe firmware, and he ported it over to his ESP miner for the Node X series as well. So now they are more compatible again, which is fantastic to see. Additionally, the hash rate reporting on the info endpoint has been fixed for both the 1 hour and the 1 day intervals. The PLL logic has also been enhanced to automatically select the nearest supported frequency instead of falling when no extra match is available. This is fantastic. So this has been introduced to the Bitaxe on the latest release, and he ported it over so that it does work on his devices as well. And it just gives you more options, more possibilities of what you actually can do with your device. So now you can select whatever frequency you prefer, and you can do whatever you want with it. So this is just great. If we now go over to the Node X, we do see I've rebooted it a couple of times. It's currently ramping up, so this will take a little bit of time. But if you go over to system, we see that we're running on the version 1.0.32, so everything is perfect. Wi-Fi signal looks okay. It says it's strong. I mean, my Node X is sitting right next to my Wi-Fi router, so therefore it should be strong. Otherwise, it would be concerning. But nevertheless, when it comes to the UI, and what's going on in here, nothing really has changed. So all these settings are improvements and stability improvements. So I would suggest you to update to it because one, for the Wi-Fi stability, and second, you now do have in the settings page the option, if we click on this danger zone button here, you can now specify whatever frequency you want, let's say 636 and 1145 as an example, and it would try to get as close as possible to this frequency and this voltage. And if it can't can't, it will take the nearest possible option instead of just, oh no, that's not working. I just take the one that I had previously. So that was what happened previously, and now this has been fixed, which is awesome to see. Basically, that's everything that is to say to this update. I thank everybody for tuning in here. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you stay tuned for future updates and everything that is relevant. Keep hashing. See you next time.